एप्लीकेशन प्रोडक्ट है बट देना तो सर्विस है. That
Right.
is how the consumer mindset works. But jokes apart, these are some of the reasons why we had to forecast what will be required tomorrow. We call it the Tata Motors model, where we are making the engine, हमने टायर MRF से ली. And that is where we thought this is the right time now that we need to groom our entire team. और क्या better कर सकता हूँ? How can I make this better? How can I add value? How can I make my customers' life easier?
So Ajitji, you have been leading retailware for more than 25 years with 9,000 plus installations, which is really a very big number. So what made you decide that now is the time to invest in AI education for your team?
Very interesting question, actually. So if you mentioned more than 25 years. Yes, the first installation went live in 99. So it's now the 26th year of operations. But that 25, 26 years journey is a testament to the fact that technologies have kept evolving, but we have not evolved with the pace of the industry. Being a product company, we can't change technologies on a daily basis. And this industry changes every year. Every year, some new platform, something comes up, and we can't simply switch because we are a product company. We've got thousands of customers running on an application, and we are on-premise solution providers. So if it was a cloud solution, then you can just simply change something on the cloud. The consumer doesn't get affected. Secondly, being into retail solutions sector, we are providing billing and inventory solutions. That is the basic understanding. Of course, there's much more to that, but people think that this is a billing system. And that is where the fear psychosis among the merchant community arises that अरे ये बंद नहीं होना चाहिए, डिस्टर्ब नहीं होना चाहिए, मेरा बिलिंग नहीं रुकना चाहिए. So that's one of the reasons why we have not been able to play around with or experiment with newer technologies to that extent. But over a period of we started VB6 and Access database. धीरे धीरे करते करते SQL सर्वर आ गया, फिर .NET आ गया, फिर उसके साथ then we went into mobility एंड्रॉइड एप्लीकेशंस बनाया. फिर सेठ लोगों के पास तो आईफोन होता है, तो वो एंड्रॉइड एप्लीकेशन तो स्टाफ के पास होता है. मैं तो सेठ हूँ. ओके, तो आपके लिए आईफोन एप्लीकेशन भी चाहिए. सो फिर क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म में गए, फिर PHP यूज करना शुरू किया, फिर गूगल क्लाउड किया, फिर कुछ एज्योर किया. सो वी डिड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, बट at the heart, most of us were old schoolers. Now the time had so we were working on AI through other partners, other associates. So if we got an assignment and we required an AI component in that, yes, customer wants to come to us, he wants a solution. So we would outsource it and get it done and plugged it into our system and give it. But we call it the Tata Motors model, where we are making the engine. हमने टायर MRF से ले लिया, हमने स्पीकर JBL से ले लिया, बट हम इंजन बनाते हैं. बट अब टाइम आ गया कि हमारा इंजन भी 2 स्ट्रोक से 4 स्ट्रोक होना जरूरी है. Where the fundamentals had to change because AI brought such a major shift in the paradigm that now it has to be coming from within the system, not as an add-on. So systems had to be agentic, had to be AI driven. And that is where we thought this is the right time now that we need to groom our entire team.
Wow, wow. So my next question would be for Navnath ji. आपका honest फर्स्ट रिएक्शन क्या था? आप एक्साइटेड थे, नर्वस थे, शायद दोनों थे?
Nice question, but I was actually excited because अजय जी ने जो हमें सिखाया है ना, जब I have joined in 2006, so this is my 20th year in retail wear.
वाह.
So हमारे रिलेशन बहुत ही फ्रेंडली बन चुके हैं अभी तक. वो बहुत सारा होता है बट नॉट एट दैट लेवल. सो जब हमें AI करना चाहिए, वैसे तो हम हर एक पीरियड में कुछ ना कुछ करते रहते हैं. बीच में हमने एंगुलर किया, अभी वी आर ऑलवेज ओपन. अजय सर भी हमें यस करना है, हम भी सर को बताते हैं सर हमें ये अपस्किलिंग करना चाहिए. अभी द टाइम इज टू अपस्किल ऑल आवर रिसोर्सेज, all that happens. So all of us were actually excited and we're looking forward to join a good AI program.
आपके बॉस CEO आपके साथ स्टूडेंट थे. बॉस एज अ बॉस या कलीग, बॉस एज अ स्टूडेंट, कौन से बेटर है अजीत जी? को स्टूडेंट या को वर्कर या बॉस?
Let me answer this a different way. Ajit ji wears multiple hats and whichever is convenient at that time he wears that hat. So मैंने जैसे बोला कि हमारा बहुत फ्रेंडली रिलेशन है, तो that is the reason why we become more friendly as multiple times. जब प्रेशर भी होता है, कभी कभी डेडलाइंस होती है, तो he will demand, he challenges and that's the thing we like actually.
Ajiji, CEOs usually delegate their learning to their teams, right? But you chose to participate alongside your engineers, which impressed me a lot. Trust me. In fact, when I shared this with my CEO, he was very impressed by that. So, can you tell us about how you decided that you would be, you would like to be a student again?
Actually, see, when I started this company, I started as a single developer. Okay, so I am a Microsoft certified solutions developer. So this was way back in between 99 and 2001. I completed those 4 certifications. So I'm a developer at heart, at core, and this is my passion. But
Wow.
at the same time, running a company and having your own passion, they are two different things. The pressures and pulls of management do take you in different directions. So I got hands off programming for a long time. But the architecture, I was involved with the architecture, with the backend database structure. And having been a developer myself, I could very well relate to the difficulties of the developers. At the same time, if somebody said, ये नहीं हो सकता है, तो क्यों नहीं हो सकता?
Ajiji, Navnaji, including retail industry, is evolving, right? So, how do you see AI agents specifically transforming the way retailers operate?
This question is a very good question for a big panel discussion kind of thing. But I am no great visionary or panelist to tell you what will happen in the future. We are also learning, we are also evolving. What I feel is we are just scraping the tip currently.
So, there is a shift in the way we are approaching problem solving. So, whenever a problem comes, 2, 3, 4 years back, we were talking in different way, and now we are talking of different solutions. So, there is a cultural shift that we are experiencing in almost all of our departments. So, are you experiencing any such cultural shift in your organization? Because you've just recently started learning AI, you've recently started, diving deep into AI and witnessing its capabilities.
There is no major shift in that sense, but I see a lot of energy and enthusiasm within the whole team. Like you said, leaders, it's not only me, it's all the team leaders are attending this session. So all our project heads, they are all part of this training. And their subordinates are naturally, we're looking up to them and participating there. But because all these seniors and leaders are gaining more knowledge, more exposure, the possibilities that can arise and that they're thinking in that direction कि और क्या better कर सकता हूँ, how can I make this better, how can I add value, how can I make my customer's life easier, because culturally we are very customer oriented, we work for the customer, उसकी life किससे आसान होगी वो हमको करना है, that is the basic premise on which we work. Technology is immaterial, आज एक आएगा कल दूसरा आएगा, but the core direction has to be maintained.
How would you encourage them to take the right decision of investing their resources right now? This is the right time, to advance your team, to advance your products, and to advance yourself.
Like this is a paradigm shift for all of us, I can say. So we have experiences with Nokia and Kodak, right? They could not change their thought process on time, and we can see the impacts. So this is the same situation going to happen. If you cannot take the decision, right decision at this time, you would probably be Kodak or Nokia in today's US, maybe. I can say, yeah.
Very well
Very well.
described. Very well
Very
described. And if they don't take decisions, it is at their own peril. I mean, choice नहीं है. अभी भी हम DOS पे थोड़ी ना काम करते हैं.
right.
तो इवॉल्व होते गए ना.
That was such a wonderful session. I mean, I'll watch this entire recording again for sure. I'll end my series of questions with just one last question for both of you. In minimum possible words, in just one sentence, if you have to describe the overall value and impact of progression schools, agentic AI programs, how would you describe that in minimum possible words in a very small sentence?
I don't know how to put it in a line or a phrase, but I'll tell you something that this course has helped us achieve something which no company in India is offering today. That is the biggest takeaway for us from this course, that we have been able to deliver something which nobody in the industry is offering today. I don't know outside India, but definitely not in India. I know my competitors, I know what they're offering. Nobody is offering that, and we have been able to do that. And that might really leverage us. So it has been not only a learning experience, but it has been a transforming experience for us.
Our very, very best wishes and full support for that, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm sure. And we'll need that again. Because
Always.
this journey never ends. So those who think कि ये हो गया तो बस अभी मेरे को सब आ गया, बकवास.
Yeah.
It
This
doesn't
is
work
this
like
is just the beginning.
Absolutely.
This is just a beginning.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
थैंक यू सो मच अजीत जी, नवनाथ जी. आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल आप लोगों ने टाइम निकाला इस कॉल के लिए. आई मीन आई कैनॉट एक्सप्रेस यू. मैं कितना ज्यादा ग्रेटफुल हूँ आप दोनों के प्रति.
Sir, feeling is mutual.
Yes, it's our pleasure
Thank
to be
you.
on the call. Yeah.
Have a great day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.
थैंक यू सो मच.